I read this book. It says no. It says, "Oh brother." I said no. Anyway, it's a graphic memoir. I enjoy graphic memoirs because they're written like comics, like this. The premise of this book is it's not always easy being Gina, and this year just might be too much. New house, new school, new best friend for a nervous kid who doesn't like change. It's a lot to deal with, and that's before Gina's brother Rob gets involved, from stealing Gina's treats to climbing on neighbor's garage roof. Rob has a knack for causing chaos. Gina knows he doesn't mean it, but it can still be tough to live in a house with locks on every door and to wonder whether Rob's quirks might scare off her new friend Callie. Then again, maybe Gina's own quirks are enough to drive Callie away. This heartfelt and irresistible graphic new memoir debut captures the complicated feelings that come from growing up with an autistic sibling who requires substantial support. It's a story about friendship, family, disability, and the power of Vegemite toast. I liked it. I think it's interesting. I never really have read a memoir or any stories about anybody that has a disabled or autistic brother, but I mean, she's very anxious in the book. Her brother, they have to lock out her brother from being basically everywhere in the house, and it's just interesting. I think that it's necessary for people to have breaks when they're caretakers, because whether or not they're the child or the parent, they're probably still a caretaker when your sibling is disabled. And I think that she needed time to be away from her family, and I think her parents and her needed time to be more together as a family, with her brother and without her brother, in a space that her brother could be comfortable, I think. And I am not for people, I didn't know this, but people apparently have been adopting kids because of their disabilities, but they've also been terminating pregnancies because of disabilities. And I don't think either one of those is okay. But I'd rather you give away the child if you're not going to keep the child. So I think that God allows things, and I don't know, I just like the book. I don't have any terminology to describe the struggles that her parents or she dealt with, because I don't know them, because I'm reading a memoir. I'm not in her family's household. But I do know that in the book she says that her brother ended up living in a care facility, which I think is actually a good thing. I think more people should advocate for their kids going to a care facility, especially when they're not being adequately helped at home. But yeah, I like the book. I think it's interesting. It's nice to see a different perspective, and I just think it's necessary to read.